Well, you recently wrapped up an incredible season. I had the pleasure of covering you guys alongside Lucas and Thunder Vision Production on the broadcast all season. And just watching this team, the one word that I would use to describe it is fighter. Like, so gritty, so passionate. It was a pleasure to cover and to watch. Looking back, what are you most proud of?
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, looking back to that semifinal match against Tampa, it really showed. We've been in that situation before in our regional final match against MSU Denver, and these girls are so in tune with the fact that they've been through stuff like that before. So we were able to pull from that MSU match to come out on top in that semifinal match against Tampa. So, I mean, and that's going to carry with them throughout the rest of their lives, like not just volleyball. Like they'll be able to look back on that and see, like we were able to get through that really, really tough, emotional, intense part in our volleyball careers, and so we can apply that to anything. So I think that's the thing I'm most proud of, is that they're going to be able to pull that and use it for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Now for you, not many coaches can say that they've made it to the national title game first year in a program. Was it a fever dream when you were there? Like, oh my gosh.
Honestly, a little bit, yeah. It's crazy. Like, Kendra's leadership is it's inspiring, truly. Like, she has such a way with each one of her players, and has such a way with words, and she's so emotionally intelligent and understanding of where each one of her players is, and that doesn't just come naturally. Like, she's had to work for it, and she has a really unique talent in that way. But I think also our players, they're just as in tune with that, because Kendra has cultivated like such a culture for that, and so I mean, it's kind of them just feeding off of each other at that point. Like the volleyball, we always say, like, trust your training. We have been prepared for this throughout the whole entire season. And so at that point, when we were in Pennsylvania, it was kind of just like, now just go do what you do. Like, we kind of just released them. And so it's really cool to see. Trevor and I talk about like coming in together all the time, and to think like both of us first national championship match in the first year. I mean, it's really something special, but I think that has a lot to do with Kendra and her leadership and the girls following her all the way.
WT's been known for your depth. You have a lot of freshmen, underclassmen who came in, and we got to see a glimpse of them, and they really held their own. So what excites you most about the years to come, knowing what you have in store, and especially going into the off season?
Oh my gosh. I mean, for these underclassmen to see seniors like Tori Miller, like Emma Patterson, Kelsey Carpenter, Carly Evitz, and Piper Warren, like, do all the things that they were doing, and the leadership that they brought. I mean, you can't ask for a better, first year to be, witness to that, and, get to take that all in and see how they handled situations, see where their leadership really shined through. So that's, one of the most important things, like, just as a team, and a team of 21 plus girls, that's not easy to do. So I'm really glad that they got to see that. From the volleyball side, I mean, they stayed ready. They stayed ready when their number was called, and they went in and they were able to perform when we needed them to. So, I mean, it's super cool that they got to witness seniors in that regard, doing all the things that they were doing. And so that's really exciting for the future.
Well, you have experience as a college athlete as well. You played at Troy, Pensacola State College, Spring Hill College. Do you feel that having experienced some of the same things that your players have help you better connect with them and just relate to them?
Oh my gosh, for sure. I mean, even as we look back on these past couple of years, I'm not too far removed from them in age, but it's still just enough where the atmosphere around athletics is changing. But it's important to be able to relate to your players, and so whenever we can, we try to make it not about volleyball, make it about the connection between us. And it's been a lot of fun with the senior class, even with the freshman class. With the freshman class, you kind of realize you're getting more and more away from that age that they were when they first started. But I mean, you still go back, and all those same memories are there, and all the same experiences. So it's really nice to be able to pull from that and help where I can there, but more so than not, just allow them to kind of go on their own journey there.
Yeah, that's what's most important, is the connections. That's really awesome. Yeah. Now, you graduated with a degree in secondary education. Yeah. Was that initially what you wanted to do, was be a teacher, and then volleyball coaching kind of just came along?
For sure. I started out you know, wanting to coach high school volleyball and club, and you know, the easiest way to do that was obviously to get my degree in education, and I was going to teach English, and I had my plan all set out. And then I was grateful for the previous school that I was at, where I got my graduate assistantship. The head coach there, Melissa Wolter, I'd helped out with a bunch of her summer camps while I was still playing in Mobile, Alabama. And you know, but before my senior year, she was asking me like what my plans were for the future, and I was like, well, I'll just coach high school. And she was saying, well, I need a graduate assistant, and I'm wondering if you'd want to like step in there. And I was like, okay, really not understanding like, what's a graduate assistant? Like, what would I be doing like in this role? And she kind of explained it, and from then on, it was kind of like college athletics is where I want to be. I had a great experience there with those 2 years underneath her, and now with Kendra, it's kind of just solidified. This is what I want to do. Yeah.
Well, and being a college coach, it is a full-time gig.
Oh,
so
sure.
when you're not on the sidelines or in a club gym recruiting players, what's Bentley doing to kind of relax and enjoy life a little bit?
Oh my gosh. Well, I am a huge Swiftie. And so,
Who isn't?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Like after this last year, Person of the Year, what?
Yeah.
She, you know, I love listening to her music. I love, this past year I kind of took up a little bit of like arts and craft. I was crocheting. I was like they're not good by any means, but I'm starting to like make some beanies and some bags, and you know, we're going to keep experimenting there for sure.
Do you have maybe a side hustle going?
Maybe an Etsy stop coming soon.
Okay,
maybe.
okay. I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah. But yeah, I love reading when I can. Reading for pleasure is so much fun. We've got a lot of readers on the team who just keep recommending all these different books that they're reading. A bunch of romance, bunch of Colleen Hoover, a bunch of mystery. The whole that whole intersection, I think, is where our team is, and so that's kind of where I'm starting to dabble into. But yeah, that's really it.
Nice.
I mean, yeah.
Keep it short and simple and sweet. What's your favorite Swiftie song?
It has to be All Too Well, the 10-minute version.
Of course, the 10-minute version. We can't not have the 10-minute version.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You just sit there, listen to it, take it all in.
Get in your
watch
feels.
the music video. You watch a movie, for, just 10 minutes of your time, watching a movie, and just oh, that's so therapeutic. Yeah.
Way cool, way cool. We're on the same page there, girl. Well, I appreciate you coming, chatting with us today, and I look forward to seeing where Lady Buff Volleyball goes from here. So let's cheers to that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course.